So with the Lunar II project, it's really been a journey because, so I'll back up a little bit. Pre-quarantine, I was working on my next full-length album. And as a result of everything being disrupted, I was like, you know what? I can either sit here and wait for what feels like the perfect moment, which I never know when will be, or what if I just start dropping music? Like, yes, I can't do the traditional promo route that I would have envisioned, but how do we adapt? How do we move forward? So I was talking to my producer. I had an opportunity to do some live stream performances. And so I was like, you know what? What if we drop it in phases? So we dropped Lunar 1, 3 songs on that. Lunar 2, the most recent, just dropped, and then finally will be Lunar 3. And the 3 of them together make up the Full Moon series. So it's like Lunar 1, Lunar 2, Lunar 3. And so Lunar 2 has my heart the most, I think. I have a lot of mixed feelings in the sense that the lead single, Why, I actually started writing it over a year ago. I had received news, again, one of the many brutal slayings of Black people, and I had gone into the studio that day with my producer, Eric McNeely, and we had planned to do like a dance record or like a pop song. Like I was like, that was the plan for the day. Then I got the news and I was just, my heart broke again. And I feel like, honestly, the song was a response to what I couldn't hold in anymore. So we started writing Why because we were just talking back and forth and the question just kept coming up. And it was like, why are we still fighting this battle? Like, why is there so much hate? And so then the song was born. So we sat with it for a bit, and then we realized it needed something else. And I still wanted there to be a message of love and hope, not to bypass what's going on, because I was like, I want to come from my heart. And it's, pardon my French, but it's pretty fucked up that so many young Black kids are brought up in terror. I talk about when my dad gave me the talk, about how you have to work twice as hard, be twice as good to get half, or the fact that I was like 7 years old when my dad told me like how to navigate the police when you will be pulled over. I remember we were at the park one day. Again, I'm like a little thing, like maybe 7, 8 years old. We had a fun day at the park. We're heading home and my dad gets pulled over, racially profiled. He happened to be the city attorney of Houston at the time. And the whole thing was so weird because I knew we didn't do anything wrong. And I saw the way he navigated it. And again, the fact that I'm getting this messaging at such a young age is devastating, and that still has to happen. So put it in a song, but again, as I was saying before, wanted a message of love. And so we thought it'd be a really beautiful counter element to have the sound of a gospel choir singing the word love. Because I do think that love is ultimately the answer, but we've got to find it. We've got to deprogram so much stuff. So the song was sitting there. And as I was prepping Lunar 1, the song, Lunar 1 has more of a general pop feel. It didn't feel like the right fit. Then a couple weeks after, news of Ahmaud Arbery comes out. News of Breonna Taylor comes out. George Floyd comes out. The news of the Christian Cooper Central Park. And my heart broke again. And the way I describe it is I felt like another piece of my heart died. And a piece of my heart has been dying ever since 2012 with Trayvon Martin. Each case, I feel like it's just robbing a piece of my soul. And I just felt like I can't hold this song in anymore. And this is my response, because I searched to find the words, and I was marching and advocating and sharing things. And I was being an advocate in one way, but I also felt like, art is my truest form. So I was like, you know what? Timing, whatever, like this is what I want to drop now. And so at first Lunar 2 was going to have more songs, but I was like, I want to put this out. And then Say Their Names came about because I wanted to honor. And again, unfortunately, I don't even have all the names, but I meditated and I did a lot of research. So most of them I remembered from just living through it, but I also put in Emmett Till, so that's generations ago. My dad remembers how old he was when that happened. I put in James Byrd, who was dragged through Jasper, Texas when I was a young boy. And I put in some stories, the Central Park 5, who are now the exonerated 5, because I wanted to just give this arc. And in doing it, we want the track to be super simple. So I basically, and I recorded this during quarantine, but it wasn't so much about the song and dance. I was like, I want to just honor these lives. And the hashtag is Say That. I really want to say that. I want their names to stay alive. So what I did was I researched each name. I researched the person to get a sense of their life. research what happened to them, so that as I was recording, as I was saying each name, I could think about that life. And that's the energy I want to put into the track. And then we left a little space afterwards, A, so people can think about it and really let it sink in, but B, because unfortunately, even since I recorded it, there's been more cases